Hello, beautiful people. As I am here adjusting our time together, how are we? What day is today? November 23rd of 2024. Hello, everyone. So I am your master numerologist on this platform of numbers for your health, happiness, and peace. Okay, so here we utilize numbers to help us navigate in this thing called life. All right, guys. So on this 23rd day of 2024, how is this energy being conveyed? So for those that don't know, today is a vibration número 6. Yes. In English, that's 6. Yay! Yeah, so today I did meditate on how this 6 was going to unfold. Once again, I am doing these videos towards the end of the day because I find that allowing the day to unfold with us allowed us to self-evaluate how our day went. It really allowed us to see ourselves. So the 6th energy today, as I meditate on it, what came to me was involvement. Involvement. How have you gotten yourself involved? How have you integrated and created projects that was a win-win? Okay. So we know that the 6th energy is about community, is about service, is about coming together. The 6th energy has a way of getting involved. It just has a way of getting involved. And so today, as I reflect on my day, I realized that, wow. I can't wait to show you what vibration came right now for us to share. I realized that there's so many different parts of us that we tend to dust under the rug, but it's also needing our LOVE. And it's easier said than done for many of us to love the part of us that we find so difficult. But let me share something that I recently learned by someone that I really admire. And this person said, don't try to change yourself. Just do the things that align you to being the person that you want to feel like, right? So in this case, this person was talking about not trying to change yourself in the sense of like, okay, I want to change myself because this part of me that I don't like. I don't like this part of me. I don't care about this part of me. And you realize, okay, when you do that, it's so much work. It's so draining. It's like pulling teeth. But if you make yourself do the things that require you to level up, you're not really changing yourself. And I hope that's making sense, because it kind of lost me a little bit, but I'm getting there. So loving ourselves is actually the hardest thing for so many of us to do. But it's also the most rewarding thing. Because it's so difficult for us to do, I think that's the reason why it's the most rewarding. So even today when I was with my students, today we did a very simple exercise to understand the questions that we ask ourselves throughout the day that we don't even realize that create the behavior, the physical condition, the emotional state, and of course the mental state. And I held the space for my students to be able to ask these questions. I'm going to share mine. I'm going to be very vulnerable here for like that we can all open up. I said for myself was, why am I always giving up on myself? Right? And giving up on myself shows up through laziness. Okay? And then I followed by saying, and I guided my students to do this exercise, who is this that believes that I am giving up on myself? Immediately that energy was lifted. And it was lifted through sensation, so I actually felt that. Then I followed with saying, do you need help? Are you here because you need help? And it gave a very subtle yes. Sometimes it's a loud yes, sometimes it's a subtle yes. And then from there, you guide this energy towards the light. It is the best way of saying I love you. And my students were surprised on how much they felt, what they experienced, and how they felt a lightness on their shoulders because it was lifted up. You know, they didn't shame it. They didn't push it away. They just embraced it for what it was and for what it needed to come into. So guiding it into the light allows it to feel hope again, feel like it belongs, have a sense of involvement. Okay? So all of this, guys, to share, and I kid you not, this is all spirit-led right now. This is the card that came up. Love. 6. 6 is brotherly love, my friends. 6 is embracing all of us, involving us all. No wonder why the phrase involvement came so strong. I was like, so what's this day about? And then as soon as I said this, it was like involvement. And here we go with the 6. Love. When you are involved, don't you feel like you matter? Don't you feel like you get that sense of recognition? Don't you feel like you exist? You have a purpose? You matter in this existence? Even if you don't understand what your purpose is, just belonging. See, there was one time, I'm going to share the story. I went to school and we were doing like an energy meditation with a student. And actually this student had like a whole black and blue. And he was isolated from the rest of the kids. But you could tell he was like, I won't say like a bully, but one that was always getting into fights. And for some reason, we guided everyone. And there were some kids that couldn't feel anything. They were like, and started making jokes about it. And this kid stopped and said, I felt energy. I felt energy with a whole big eye, big bruised eye. My God. And he said, I felt energy with energy. Right? And we all just looked at him. And it was just amazing because everyone that day stood quiet. Even the students, even his peers was like, you felt something? They were also curious to know what he felt. And so as he shared, I could feel his heart smiling, although he tried to put that poker face, But I could feel his heart smiling because this was the first time actually his peers was listening to him and they were curious about him. And he wasn't excluded. He was very much involved. So my friends, on this 23rd day, how were you involved today? How did you involve all of you today? Did you get to do that? Guys, there's a few more minutes before the end of the night. There is still time for you to get involved on this amazing 6th day. Until tomorrow, November 24th of 24. Whoa! Talk about alignment. All right, guys. You all be well, rest well, and please take the time to reflect on your involvement of today. Heart and blessings. Bye, guys. Ooh, ooh.